Woman in full niqab just got the British Citizen Award for empowering young women. They are holding her up as an idol for young girls. But how is covering your face and body from head to toe, the full niqab, a message of freedom or strength for young British girls? I dress modestly myself, no problem with that whatsoever. Modesty is fine. But this isn't about modesty. This is the full medieval covering that erases a woman's face from public life. It's the opposite of the open, equal society Britain was supposed to be. England has become so obsessed with inclusion that it now celebrates symbols that scream separation and submission, while barely acknowledging the native culture, history, and people who actually built the country. When the face of British empowerment is the niqab, something has gone badly wrong. Young girls deserve role models who show them the world, not ones who hide it. What do you think? Is this progress, or did we lose the plot already here?
Guys, listen, let's be honest. The plot has been lost a very long time ago. The woke powers of the world have power over Western governments. I have to say Western governments because in Africa they don't allow this. Saudi Arabia, Middle East, they don't allow this. This is not going to be the face for their female empowerment. But in the West, UK, we want to be so inclusive to a point where it simply just doesn't make sense anymore. Who's this and who's behind this niqab, honestly? Like, who's wearing this niqab? How does Khadija Patel look like? That's what I really want to know. You're collecting this award. Okay, so where's your face at? Listen guys, I'm going to be honest, we can't be afraid to have these conversations. You can't be bullied, you can't be stepped on by the Muslim community because you're simply saying, who is this person? I want to know who this person is. This person could be wanted by MI5 or MI6. How are we sure it's not Shamima Begum? Guys, I'm being honest. I'm not being harsh. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being honest. Who is under that niqab we need to see? Muslims will tell you, hey, it's my religion, you know, so this is how we do it here. Yeah, but this is a Christian country. So why are you here if you don't want to adhere to the rules? They want to have their cake and they want to eat it at the same time, and only the UK or Western governments allow them to do so. We can't even see your face. You could be anyone. And here he is as well. You know, he wants to be woke. He wants to stand next to her. Hey, I'm a woke man. Muslim community, look at me. You know, when I'm running for any election or whatever I'm doing, please support me. You know, and it's just like, bro, you look silly here, honestly. You look silly. And this is just silly, this award. But, hey. Right when you thought you were done, America. NYPD sergeant wants to see 100,000 hijab wearing women join the police department. For what? What happened to meritocracy? Why is DEI still rearing its head in the public sector when it's meant to be the best person for the job, or whoever applies for the job? Whoever applies for the job, just vet them and send them on duty. Like, why do you have to do this? 100,000, I want to see 100,000 hijab wearing police women join the police department. You're not going to get any respect from the Muslim community, honestly. I always tell the West that when a pander, they're not going to respect you. They still look at you like filth. I'm keeping it real. This is what their book says. So yeah, and this is just DEI. And of course there's going to be a two-tier system. You think they're going to police everyone the same? You think when they see, I don't know, a white man doing something wrong and then they see their Muslim brother doing something wrong, you think that they're going to have the same policing strategy for both?
Apparently now, as Muslim women, we are allowed to marry non-Muslim men. That's what these radical feminists are saying online. But aside of the religion aspect of this conversation, I want to know, how are you girls not getting the ultimate ick over the fact that your man is not going to be washing himself after going to the toilet, he's not going to be performing ghusl, he's going to be eating pork sausages, and worst of all, he's going to be having haram haribo.
But your Islamic texts say that women have half the brain of men. He also said, this is what their prophet said, he said that the majority of people that will be burning in hellfire will be women because they do not comprehend well and they disobey. So that's your religion. That's her religion. But here she is with a clear accent that she's been raised in Britain. I don't know what part. and she wants to cast non-Muslim men. Oh, you can't wash yourself, you can't do this, you can't do that. And you know, what's her background? You know, we need to know what her background is. It from Pakistan, is from Bangladesh, because we can do some digging and find out. I don't think she wants to be doing anything like that, honestly. She doesn't want to do that. Just be appreciative, honestly. Listen, guys, I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm not trying to be... When you come to the UK, you already don't like the people in the UK that aren't Muslim. You've said it, the imams have said it, everyone has said it. Just come here and don't make videos like this. Don't make videos that just annoy people. Like, you're just out here rage baiting people and cussing people, saying that everyone's dirty who's not Muslim. Like, you don't need to do that. Just come here and, you know, just, we say assimilate, but yeah, like, that would be happening, let's be honest. To be honest with you, the government love to see this. They love to see this. They're really pushing for us to just go on a full-scale war with each other. They know what this is going to do. They understand tensions are running very, very high. They carry this on by allowing the police that's meant to be protecting the public to basically just stand behind and be security guards for this event. You know, it's fine, don't worry, police is here. No one's going to touch you, just carry on. That shouldn't be happening in the United Kingdom. It can't even happen in Saudi Arabia. It can't happen in the UAE. Like, what's going on in Britain? Like, you have to wake up. Like, this, guys, it's so silly now. It's got to a point where it's so silly now. It's in your face. They're just trying to get everyone so angry. And it's big. You know, we see it here. We absolutely see it here. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, this is going to be the last clip right here.
Of a woman. I thought you were talking about women's rights here.
She was a girl.
Well, according to 1400 years ago.
No, that's bullshit.
Yes,
no.
1400
Why
years ago.
wasn't everyone marrying 9-year-olds?
1400 years ago.
Nobody was marrying 9-year-olds except your little pervy prophet.
And prove
That's
it.
the only person who was
I
marrying
told you that's
6-year-olds.
one opinion, and you're saying no. That's what Turkey believes.
That's
what you're
of
coming
those.
with all your fans.
That's-
Turkey believes. Oh, she
Right,
married
we
a
can
9-year-old.
see you justify.
I've
It's okay,
answered
we
you
understand
multiple
why your
times.
community. So many girls
This
in this
doesn't
country.
fit your script,
Because you
does
think
it?
when she
I
started
already
her
told you
periods,
we don't
she
accept
consents.
that the Prophet married a 9-year-old. And I told you, according to that view, she consented, she had undergone puberty. Prove me wrong in these 2 points.
What proved that she started her period?
That she was not, she hadn't gone through puberty, and she didn't consent.
Well, for a start, you can't consent at 9, whether you started your periods or not. You can't
Based on what
consent.
standard?
Based on the fact that she was a child. And
I
surely,
just told you she'd
don't interrupt
undergone
me.
puberty.
Steady on now. Right, based on the premise that children haven't really begun to be anything other than, she had toys, right? She still had her toys when he married her.
No, she didn't have toys.
Yeah, she did. It says that.
She had toys. She used to play with toys. I've read it. It says when the prophet, and I'm going off the top of my mind, when the prophet used to come in my dwelling place, my friends used to go and hide. So Aisha was narrating it, and she said when the prophet used to come into my dwelling place, my friends used to go and hide, and she used to play with toys. She absolutely said that.
In your heading?
What's the reference?
I don't know.
You don't even know. You've come in without a reference.
Yeah.
You've got all this group of people.
Darling,
you haven't given me a
I
single
would give you a
reference.
reference from the Beano. It's just as easily made up. I wouldn't give you a reference.
I'm
I
asking
don't
for
need to
you
give
a
you a
reference
reference.
that's
I'm
not made up.
saying
How about
that
giving me a
I'm
reference
saying
that
that
actually
it is
justifies
very
your point?
likely in this country the majority of Muslims believe
Tell me
she
there's
was
no
sick.
evidence, darling.
Yeah, guys, this is just nonsense. I've read the hadith. It absolutely says that 110%. And yeah, he's just trying to, what he's doing is he knows that a lot of people haven't read like Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, like some of the hadiths or some of the Quranic verses. And he's like, where's the point? Where does it say it? Here. But I would have posted it when I was saying it. So I would have posted the hadiths as I was talking. And yeah, because I've read it and I know what it says. So stop lying. Stop lying. And again, it goes to show that this goes to show like this woman right here. And she's solid as well. What's her name again? Yeah, Kelly J. Keane. She was actually talking about like transgenderism. I remember that's when she first came. I saw her on Talk TV like a few years ago and she was talking about transgenderism, or she was talking about like she refuses to allow men to play in female sports, and now she's doing this. So she's brave. She's brave. And it just goes to show the Western mentality that this woman has and the medieval mentality that, where's he at? That this man has. He has a very medieval mentality, and it just can't go. It cannot go. And it's very, very clear. When you pose that to him and you tell him that, listen, your mentality and Western mentality just doesn't go, he'll say that's Islamophobia. So it's like, how can one win? Because we clearly aren't seeing eye to eye here. You're clearly saying that a 9-year-old is old enough, and people with the Western mentality are saying, no, that's absolutely wrong. A 9-year-old cannot consent to sexual acts. And wouldn't the common sense thing be to just separate and say, okay, you just live your life how you see fit, and then we'll live our lives how we see fit? But they're like, no, we still want to be in the West. We still want to be in your nations. We still want to be here. But we just want you to accept what we deem as normal. Man. Insufferable, honestly. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the video right there.